Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings! Welcome to this week's episode of the Nintendo Shack podcast. The doctor is in. Garret is back from his European vacation. Welcome back, Garret. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. I am still adjusting to this time zone, and it's
how jet lagged are you?
Let me tell you, pain is literally this. It's So I came back Sunday night, and because that was the only really the direct flight from Paris. Actually, that was my last trip, and I had to go straight to work. Monday morning. And it's
oh my gosh!
And so I left in Paris local time around 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. local time. I got here in San Francisco at 8:30 p.m. local time.
That's so bizarre. I remember I did that. I didn't do it from Paris to West Coast, but I did it to East Coast, and that was bad enough. You are so disoriented at the time difference.
Yeah, you really want to go to bed at 6 p.m. And you're just nope, you got to power through it.
Yep.
So you can wake up later. Yeah, that was that was rough. But other than that, the trip was awesome. Let me tell you, Europe.
Tell us one or two or three quick highlights.
Quick highlights. Okay. The three cities I went to: Lisbon, Portugal; Barcelona, Spain; and then Paris, of course, was the last one.
Favorite of the three?
All of them. Barcelona is my favorite, and Fiona's favorite too. It's has a lot of cool. It's a very cool city. Has a lot of restaurants out there. People are there, very nice, very open, very touristy spot. But at the same time, it's so good. And then I don't know if you heard of the famous architect that was there, Antoni Gaudi. He's one that designed all the cool buildings there. So you got the casas, or the castles, and the palaces. You got the Sagrada Familia. You know that one, right?
Yes.
He's the one that has designed it. He was the grandmaster design of that. It's still not done. But oh my goodness, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. It is I don't know. This guy's a genius. Going into each of his buildings, what he designed, beautiful.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was so cool to watch, or so cool to see all the buildings. Park Güell is another big one that he made as well. It's a huge acre up on the hill. Barcelona is kind of like a port city, and so it's more in the back in the hill, and you can see all of the city there, and it's just so nice. So yeah,
it sounds like you had a good time. How was the weather when you were there? Was it good?
Lisbon and Barcelona were very nice. Yeah. Pretty mild temps. Lisbon, Portugal is very similar to San Francisco weather, actually. It's always mild. It's next to the ocean, so it gets that cool breeze in at night. So not so bad. Lisbon, I think it's much smaller, but very local, very nice. You can go through very narrow pathways. There's these kind of I don't know how to call it. It's stone, bricks just carved into these pathways, and then each pathway it's there's a cafe, there's a restaurant, there's a whatever. The coffee I would love to go there.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, Lisbon was cool.
Good
super
food?
Cheap too. Yes, a lot of good food. A lot of seafood in Barcelona and Lisbon for sure.
Okay. Makes sense.
Paris is fine. for people out there, Paris, it's good to go. It's good to visit, but other than that, if you don't speak French, I don't know, it's not that. It's very pretty city. Yeah, I love the architecture there, but other than that, it's just cool Eiffel Tower and Louvre.
I was there very briefly, saw what I wanted to see. Don't need to go back. I would go to other places in France. I would not probably go back to Paris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paris was just okay for us, but Barcelona, that's like the number. Like, if you're going to Europe, that's the city.
But hey, you checked it off the bucket list. You saw, all the things to see in Paris, and
yes,
you did it.
I got 2 big gaming things I noticed throughout the trip.
Yes, tell us.
One gaming thing was I actually, when we were flying out, my transfer was in Montreal, and in the Montreal airport, there's a PlayStation 5, like in my terminal, a PlayStation 5 station.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, people can buy a certain amount of time to play PlayStation 5 games.
That's hilarious.
Right, yeah.
Did you do it?
Super expensive. No, it's so expensive. It was like, I don't know, like something stupid, $25 an hour or something like that. I don't know, but
people can't buy their own PS5, so they go to the airport and play it for $25 an hour.
Yeah,
that's a business deal right there.
That's a huge business deal. Yeah, exactly. I didn't see much people over there, but I thought that was interesting. And then when I was coming back from the Orly airport in Paris, there was a lot of PlayStation 4s and some PlayStation 5s there. And
to play at the airport?
Yeah, as far as I know, it was free. Like people just went there.
Man, those would get stolen at the Philly airport.
No joke, yeah. It was just like people, like friends and family, just couch co-op together, and they're just like playing fighting games and
not last 24 hours here.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't last exactly. So I thought that was interesting. And then another thing, I don't know if you ever knew this, but have you been to the Louvre?
Yeah, I know, and I know what you're about to say, and I'm very excited.
Okay, I did not. I actually did not get the audio tour with it, so I was very sad. I should have gotten it, but
you should.
There is a Louvre 3DS. And so this 3DS, it's literally like a tour of the whole museum virtually on a Nintendo DS screen.
There's a game that's inserted into the 3DS, and it's like an audio tour of the whole Louvre, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let me share it real quick.
I think you can buy it at the gift store at the Louvre.
What? I did not know that.
They might not sell it anymore, but at the time, at the heyday of the DS.
That's it.
It is.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They had this special edition one. So there was an old one, but this updated one came out like 2 years ago in the Louvre, where it has the red button A and the blue button B. And it's the new Nintendo 3DS XL. So
wow.
I saw people bunch around with their straps with these 3DSs.
Wait, people were doing it?
Oh, a ton of people were doing this. It was like at least 30 or 40% was doing
That's
this.
so funny. I didn't know that many people did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you didn't?
I did not, because you have to get tickets like the day before, and I didn't know this was a thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much more it would be to get that, but we were just trying to hit the big spots in the Louvre.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, the Louvre is one of the biggest, probably the biggest museums in the world, and it's in Paris. Has Mona Lisa, has the leading Lady Liberty of the French Revolution, has a bunch of famous paintings there. Yeah, you could spend like an eternity in the Louvre and just
still not
study all. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's what. Hold on, let me see if I can end this share screen. There we go. Cool.
Well, that's cool though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, those were the big gaming things in the trip. Other than that, I actually played a lot of 3DS.
Is that what you opted to take in the end, the 3DS?
Yeah, I took my 3DS with me. Smart decision. I packed light and we were out and we were ready to go. The 3DS, man, the 3DS, Rebecca.
I liked having my 3DS when I was in Europe. It's a good European travel system.
It's a great system. It's like after going through it with my trip, I was like, this is probably one of my favorite systems of all time, because it's just there's so many good games on there, and it's just easy to travel with you on the go.
Good battery life for what it is.
Good, exactly. I actually did not play Majora's Mask. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that was the whole reason why you were taking it with you.
But the thing is, when you're in a flight and I don't have sound, like I can't hear the 3DS, and like I don't want to experience. Well, I didn't have wired headphones. I have these wireless headphones.
First world problems.
I know. First world. I couldn't get sound.
I only have wireless headphones. I can't play my 3DS on the plane.
Exactly. And I couldn't play Majora's Mask the right way. Okay, I need to have sound. I need to.
I respect
that. When you're in a plane or like doing something else, like I want to make sure I'm really focused with Majora's Mask, but with other games, I could be a little bit more kind of lazy about it.
No, I get that.
So I played. I actually restarted Bravely Default 1 on my 3DS. Very good game. Classic JRPG. It has some. It introduced the Bravely and Default mechanics. I played about like 30 hours of it back in the day, and then I stopped, so I just restarted it so I can just get into it. And of course, the grinding is very like you could just blaze through it. You could just press buttons and you're good to go. So that's why I played it mainly. I enjoyed that, and then I also played. I don't know if you played this. The Picross 3D.
No, I haven't, but I've seen other people play it. That's a very good plane game because it's very relaxing.
It is. So the one that kind of like you touch on the object itself and you reveal the kind of the blocks in there, depending if it's blue or yellow. And once you get all the blocks together, it creates a neat little piece. Yeah,
they have a ton of those Picrosses, right? They have like, I think they even have like a Twilight Princess Picross.
They have a bunch of 2D ones, yes. I'm talking about a 3D one. So the 3D one's only on 3DS because you have to use the stylus to move the object around.
I
see. Yeah, so you'll get this kind of first like a block of gray blocks in there, a grid basically. And then on the outside, it'll tell you the number and then the color on certain rows. And so we're going to have to delineate. It's kind of like Sudoku. It's process of eliminations. Like the number of blocks is here. They're adjacent. All right, let's go through this and figure out which ones are red, which ones are blue, and how many are there in each column and row. And it's three dimensions. So you got column, row, and like height, right? So it gets
that sounds harder than the 2D ones. I didn't know that one existed.
Yeah, and it's super fun. Yeah, Picross 3D round 2. Yes.
Okay.
That one is like, if you guys can still get it, if you guys can still buy it on the Nintendo eShop, I 100% recommend it. I don't know if you can now. Of course, it's easy to mod certain things, but other than that, I love that game so much. It's one of those, like, if I'm going on a plane, I think that's one of the first games I would think of going to, just because I get my head wrapped around these puzzles so much, and it's therapeutic. Like, I just listen to podcasts and just go through it. So
yeah, I like it. Yeah. John 32 in chat wants to know, did you get any street passes in Europe? Donnie was apparently just talking about it on PSVG.
I didn't bring
street passes in 2022.
I didn't bring my 3DS a lot around me.
Okay.
So no, I did not get much street pass, unfortunately.
Should have kept it in Fiona's purse somewhere, just like
I had my own little personal bag or something. Okay. But
yeah, you should have kept it in there and got street passes.
I had a selfie stick in there. I had an external battery in there. So yeah, it was a lot to carry around. Some money in there. You don't want to bring everything in
That's true. Bag. Yeah, especially Europe. You got to be careful walking around the streets with things that can be easily taken.
They literally like announce in like kind of the metros and buses, like, hey, beware of pickpockets. And like
it happens in Europe.
Yeah. Europe is like insane over there. Like they'll reach into your pocket and grab it. So don't leave your wallet and keys and stuff in your pockets.
Yep.
Pretty much.
What else?
Xenoblade. I'm still into that, you know. I got back and I'm like, I'm playing some more and I don't want it to end. So I'm playing a bunch of side quests until the next major game that is about to come out on the Nintendo Switch. I cannot wait. My
which
number one
comes out in a week.
Yes, in a week. I cannot wait for that one.
We'll talk about it. Yep.
Yes. That's
We
it.
will talk about it. That's it.
That's
you
it.
have been somehow playing more than I have, even though we were on vacation. I'm still, more variety of things, I should say.
Yes.
I put probably about another 100 hours into Splatoon 3.
Nice.
It's love that
fun.
game. That is,
yeah.
I will not stop playing that game. It is so much fun.
Did you play more of the turf battle thing? The turn
Yes,
turf battle?
I am at rank 36, I want to say, on the turf. It's getting a little bit slow because the rewards are getting like a little bit stale as you go on. It just feels like it's taking so long to like unlock the new characters and unlock the new maps. Like it just gets slow, I think, after rank 30. But my goal is to max out at rank 50 so that I can like get the the special whatever badge you get for doing so. I think I have about like 130 hours in the game so far. Some people are asking in chat. I should look.
Wow.
But
that's a lot.
Yeah, I'm doing more Salmon Run, doing more ranked battles. Excited for the Splatfest.
Me too.
Yeah, what team are you gonna pick?
I'm Team Blue. I'm Team Water all the way.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did. Yeah,
everyone
Team Fire.
Yeah, I know everyone's Team Fire. I feel
it's
sorry
the
for
best team.
Team Grass is good. So weak. I'm sorry.
Which is like sad because I would pick that for Sprigatito, but I think overall, like it's not asking which starter are you picking. It's asking which type.
Yeah.
So I have to pick Fire.
Team Grass is like Team Hufflepuff. Like it's the odd people, it's the dorks out there that just
I think aren't we both Hufflepuff?
I want to be a Ravenclaw, but I can.
It's not what you want to be; it's what you are, Garrett. You can't pick your house.
I mean, I didn't have the hat on me. So, did you have the hat on you? Did you get assigned to Hufflepuff?
I took the Pottermore quiz, like
the Pottermore. Oh, I did get Ravenclaw with the Pottermore.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Well, Pottermore, that's canon, but I don't know. I'm not talking about Harry Potter right now. I don't like that woman.
Water.
Fire. Anyway, so I played that, and then just real quick before we jump into the news, I played some of the Mario Kart 64 on Nintendo Switch Online with some friends last weekend.
How was that?
And I was worried because I played with 3 friends. There were 4 of us. I was worried we would like get connection errors out the wazoo. That it would be like lag, hard to play. But it was actually fine. It wasn't perfect. Cool. There were a couple hiccups, but nothing like that really prevented us from playing too much. Yeah, it was a good time. So
you said that's Mario 64, Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, Mario Kart 64. So I want to do that like every once in a while. Just kind of dip into those N64 multiplayer games, see how they are.
That's like a very nostalgic game for me. That's one of the first,
it's a good one.
Games I like. You know, I was actually conscious. Like I remember it. Like Super Mario World, like SNES, I was pretty young, like very, very young when I started that up. But when I got Mario Kart 64, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, very nostalgic for me.
I didn't know that if you're playing with all 4 people that the music just doesn't play.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I was like, why is there no music?
Wow.
And they're like, oh, because it's too much for the N64 to process the music if there's 4 people playing.
I mean, the RAM in that system is not much. Not much at all. So
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Cool. More Splatoon in my future for probably ever. For those of you who are maybe either done Xenoblade 3 or still trudging along with it. Yeah, the update with DLC Wave 2 is out now. Is this paid or free DLC, Garrett?
These are all paid. This is a season pass. Like you can pay. I don't know if you can pay it individually. Actually, I know you can pay the last one individually because that's what happened with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna. But yeah, wave 1 and wave 2, they're kind of those more like, unimportant, like here's some extra challenges. Here's some costumes.
Yeah, they add a challenge battle mode for difficult enemies. You collect crystals, exchange them for valuable accessories, new outfits. There's a new hero, Eno. Am I saying that right? Eno?
Yeah, sure. That's another robot thing.
With her quests. And you get swimsuits. Yay!
And everyone is putting it out on Twitter. I'm just like, this is
in a good way or a bad way?
A lot of spoilers going on. It's like, okay, that's the end of this chapter. That's the end of that chapter.
Oh my god!
But it's just pretty funny because they're in swimsuits now, so it's so emotional.
Wait, you can like play through the game in the swimsuits?
Yeah. You change these outfits like throughout like the entire game. When you change classes too, you change the outfits, and they're in scenes. They're in cutscenes.
So is this like that meme where it's like my custom character in a really serious cutscene, and it's like this really ridiculously dressed like like clown costume in a very serious scene. So like you've got these characters in like bikinis like talking about like this really tragic death.
Yeah, there's this one scene where one person Uni kind of like jumps on the other guy, Tyon, I think that's his name. And now she's in a bathing suit. It's like, oh, that's what's going on, not being emotional or dodging or whatever. It's just like, all right, guys. And then
makes it sexual.
The main character, the protagonist, Noah. His bathing suit, everyone's going after it. Everyone's like, he's a chiseled man. He has a 6-pack going on, and I'm like, dang, dude, been working out. Yeah, Noah bathing suit. Play. See.
Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
It's like
I get
Shulk,
why people,
in a Smash.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Some of these aren't bad. Right. Who's the girl with the dark blue hair? She's covered.
Dark blue hair. The dark blue. Oh,
with like the frosted hot tips.
I've been playing this. Yeah, I know what you're talking. I've been playing this game and I'm still like drawing a blank. I'm just so exhausted from the jet lag.
Why is there a girl with wings on her head?
Okay, so in Xenoblade lore, let's get into it, Rebecca. There's a bunch of different humanoid species. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of them.
Okay.
One with wings on their hair. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, Noah's the MVP.
All right.
That's it.
Believe it. There was a new Pokemon Scarlet Violet trailer that revealed a new gym leader and a new frog Pokemon. This was a little bit annoying because on like Monday they said we're going to show a trailer tomorrow. So it's like, okay.
Yes.
And then they showed the trailer and it was this gym leader, Iono. She's an influencer streamer. She's an electric type gym leader. She speaks Japanese. Like she's voice acted. I don't know if she's going to be voice acted in the game, but this is kind of the first time that we're seeing like a fully voice acted character. She's very bubbly, very clearly making fun of the over enthused influencers.
Mm-hmm.
Frisk. No, stop. Don't do that.
Oh, don't do that, Frisk. Don't do it. No. Oh, what is he doing?
Don't do that. Go away.
He's
chewing my bed, my mattress. He's just chewing it. He's like ripping it apart. Okay, I'm back. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
This cat's a menace.
He just wants attention right now.
Anyway. I know.
So then she's like, I have this specialty Pokemon that I really want to show you, but I'm going to make you guess it, but I'm not going to show you right now. So she gives all these hints. It's electric type. It's cute, whatever. And so then she doesn't reveal it. And then the next day, it's still not revealed. And then finally the next day after that, like I think it was this morning, they revealed it. It's Belly Bolt. It's a big, squishy, friend-shaped frog. It generates electricity by expanding, contracting its belly. The eyes are on its face. It looks like frog eyes on the side of its head with like the little bumps on its head. But Those are not its eyes. They made that very clear. What'd you think of Bellybolt?
That's a Pokemon for sure.
It is a Pokemon.
I don't know. This reveal was kind of weird for me, like throughout the week. Like when I saw, okay, cool, new Pokemon information coming out, and then the next day I saw this trailer. I did not go through it all the way to the end.
Oh no, I didn't either.
I just like watched a minute of this, and I'm like, no,
I couldn't stand her.
not. I couldn't. Exactly. I couldn't stand this at all. And so I just kind of like stopped there and was like, okay, I'll just see what other people say about the Pokemon or whatnot. And then this thing comes out, and I thought it was gonna be some Magnemite thing because of the Magnemite.
The hair, she does. She has these like colorful, like blue and pink Magnemite hair clips that it looks like a special form of Magnemite. But she clarified, no, it's not a Pokemon. It's just hair clips.
This Bellybolt, I really don't like it. I know they say the eyes aren't there, but the eyes are there. Like
they're not eyes. It's like you know how sometimes in nature, like those like butterflies have like these eye-looking things on their wings to like scare away predators, but those aren't his eyes. I think it's supposed to be like that.
He looks like okay, if I think of those as the eyes, he's a very happy frog. And then if I think the yellow is the eyes, then it looks like a very happy big green Kirby. That's what I think of it.
Yeah.
So anyways, cool.
Yeah, he's cute. I won't have one for my team, but he's cool.
You say it's voice acted. Is the game voice acted at all?
No, which is why I'm confused.
Well, actually, when I heard like going in game, she's not voice acted. It's just
I don't think she is.
Really? Yeah, she's not voice. Okay, cool.
So which is why it's like confusing that they did that. I don't know. It's very weird.
That trailer was so annoying. I'm fine with her character design. I think it's cool. I think it's different.
I like it too.
Unique. Really neat. But
I am very okay with if they stop showing us information now.
You got a month.
Get the feeling that they're gonna do something every week now, and that bothers me. I don't want them to do something every week now. I want them to shut up.
Yeah, they keep bothering me with it, and I'm just like, can you just like?
I want to reveal. Like, I want to experience this Pokemon while I'm playing the game. I don't want it revealed to me.
That's why I like Legends Arceus a lot more. Because the reveal of it was very mysterious. We just didn't know what was going to happen. Like at the end with Pokemon Legends Arceus, but here it's like we kind of know everything we need to know.
They did this with Sun and Moon, where like they revealed way too much leading up to it. Where like every single week they were revealing a new Pokemon. They were saying like all the gym leaders and stuff, and I think people kind of pushed back on that, and then they didn't do it as much for Sword and Shield. I thought they showed a perfect amount of information for Sword and Shield, so I hope they don't go overboard this time.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I still need to order that game. I don't know. I mean, I got a lot in my backlog, so we'll see if you
better play it with me.
I know.
Nintendo pulls the latest Switch Sports update because it crashes the game.
That's
crazy. They actually tweeted this. They don't really ever do this, but they did. A bug was found in the 1.2.1 update that causes the software to close during the pre-match loading screen, which makes it pretty unplayable. So they suspended the rollout of this update. They actually took the servers completely offline. You can't play online right now. The save data backup is also suspended. You can't back up your data right now. I think this update was supposed to stop like cheating in online play, because I don't know who's cheating in Nintendo Switch Sports right now. Like why would you care if you do that? Seriously, what are you trying to achieve? I didn't even know people were still playing this, and you want to cheat? Like what are you doing?
You want to cheat on this, and then of course Nintendo is gonna go crazy about this.
Of course, and then they put out an update that breaks the game. Anyway,
I'm so
very
glad
sorry for the 12 people who can't play online on Switch Sports right now.
Yeah, everyone's sad about this. every single one, including Donnie, of course. Okay, yeah.
The Bravely Default producer, is it Tomoya Asano?
Yeah.
He's hinting at a remaster. This comes from Jamatsu. He said over the past what?
Gamatsu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Jamatsu. Gamatsu. Over the past 10 years, our team has grown larger and our capacity has increased. Looking at the opening movie of Bravely Default Flying Fairy, I feel like announcing a remaster of Bravely Default Flying Fairy would be the best possible thing and something fans would desire. But for now, I'm unfortunately unable to announce anything like that. For now, let's just say.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's a crazy hint. Like, hey, we want to do this. Here it is. Unfortunately, you can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
But here's something. When I kind of watched the trailer of this. It looks pretty good. Like the movies of it. It's kind of looks like Harvestella in a sense. Like that level of graphics, and that would be super neat to see transferring from 3DS Bravely Default graphics to that. That would be super neat. And I hope it's a little bit more reimagination, not just like a fresh coat of paint. And it's like, here's the graphics, here it is. I want a little bit more than that. Like if it's give us like a 3D camera, like moving camera around it, that'd be super dope. But yeah, I would be excited. I'd be really excited for.
It sounds like he more or less decided, yes, we're gonna do this. I can tell the fans want it. We either haven't started it yet, or we're so early and just decided, we're just starting this project. But yeah, that does sound optimistic.
Yeah. And so you got this, and you got Bravely Second as well. I hope both can come together into a collection package. That would be really nice. I hope they kind of, I don't know if they're going to mess anything with gameplay wise, because the last third of the game is notorious for being a very grindy, like unbearably grindy, even for an RPG person.
I would hope that they would fix that up with like a remaster or re-release of some kind.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a way to kind of balance that last bit a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, I'll be super into this. So we'll see.
Okay.
It won't be, anytime soon. It'll probably be in like 2 years they would announce something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. A little bit of sad news. I think it was in July, right? The Yu-Gi-Oh creator.
Hello, Kitty. Frisk is all over the place. He's just a little menace tonight. I can't hear you. They
He turned off my mic. He wants all the attention.
I can tell.
You are so bad. Some sad news. The Yu-Gi-Oh creator, Kazuki Takahashi, we talked about how he passed away in July. There wasn't really too much information about it, but it just came out this week that we now know how he died. He was trying to save people from drowning. There were some witnesses that finally came forward with this. They discovered his body off the coast of Okinawa following, the search. The Department of Defense's news service reports an officer did rescue 3 people from a riptide. I think Takahashi saw or heard the people were drowning, rushed into the water. So sad.
It's a very
sad. All of the people did survive, but him. Man, don't mess with water. Honestly, and I don't know what kind of swimmer he was, if he thought that, he could rescue them, if, he was just trying to do what he thought he could. That's so sad.
I really enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! And so hearing this and reading about this story, it's very sad to hear. I'm sure he had it, he was just trying to see if he can save people out there. Like, make
good
sure
heart. Yeah.
yeah, very good heart.
Hero.
Yeah, very sad that he had to sacrifice, like he sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm.
So sad to hear.
I'm
But
surprised
we'll
that news
remember
came out so much,
so much later.
like time has passed. Yeah, I don't know kind of why that's coming out now. I don't know if it was like maybe his family, was kind of keeping it private for, for the
Yeah,
time.
it could have been like in the local news of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
and then like people over here just find it kind of like it is just a latent of like translation and just resurfaced in the gaming sphere. It's like, oh, this actually happened, and this was
Mm-hmm.
actually making the rounds in a lot of non-gaming, non-entertainment news. Like I got this from Yahoo News
Yeah, this
stories.
was big
So,
news. Yeah, he was a big,
um,
big figure.
yeah. So very
Yeah,
sad to hear.
that is a shame. We want to hit some just quick news stories. We're just going to read through these. We would be here all night if we went in depth into all of these, but we wanted to mention them anyway. There was a new trailer for Bayonetta 3. I know a lot of people who are getting this game probably don't want to watch another trailer at this point. I don't know how in depth it goes, but the game comes out on October 28th.
I heard this trailer is very spoiler heavy. Like,
that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if
this.
you want to. I don't know. Again, they show a lot of things that I don't think. If you're already sold on the game, probably avoid it.
Yeah.
There was a gorgeous statue of Link from Tears of the Kingdom at Nintendo Live in Tokyo this past week. I don't know if you saw it, Garrett. It is very cool. It's this life-size statue with his arm. You know how glowy his arm is? His arm is held out. People were speculating that this would be an awesome amiibo. I'm sure we will get at least one or a few Tears of the Kingdom amiibo. This looks like it's the pose. You know how Link's pose in Breath of the Wild was like the ancient arrow shot that we got kind of that first look of. I feel like this could be the Link pose in this game.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I wonder what that power does, like what that arm really does. Does he change time? Is it a huge power beam like Samus? I don't even know. So
it seems to me like it will probably be like the there it is. Yeah. The like alternative to the Sheikah Slate. Like it's going to control the runes that the Sheikah Slate did for us. But yeah, so detailed. I would love this to be an amiibo. It looks so cool. Life-size.
I would buy this day one if it
people were able to take selfies in front of it. It was awesome.
Wow. Yeah, it could be a Sheikah Slate. It looks like it just looks like Link doesn't know like how much power that arm has. Like it looks foreign to him. He's like, okay, what am I doing with this thing? So something definitely happened to him to get that arm.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the kind of thing where it has all this power, but he doesn't know like everything. Like he probably gains the powers as he goes on, the quest and learns like, what it's capable of.
Yeah. He's got long nails on this thing too. So it just, it could be just a separate arm alien thing or whatever. So yeah, we'll see if that becomes an amiibo. That's a day one buy because that was super dope. What if it lights up like an amiibo that lights up?
Oh, this one it like glowed, like it had like the statue had like it like lights inside of it to make it glow. It would be so cool if we got a glow in the dark amiibo where like just the handle glowed in the dark. Could you imagine? Awesome. I don't think there's any amiibo that glow.
No, there's none.
Now I really want that. I bet you that's gonna happen.
A glow in the dark.
Clip this.
One? Yeah.
We're saying it that the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Link amiibo with a hand, not Breath of the Wild 2. The arm will glow in the dark.
Nice.
So this is pretty cool. 2 unreleased NES games have just surfaced on eBay. They're expected to go for thousands. It's Battles of Napoleon, a Nintendo Power Glove game that was developed by Rare, actually. So these are 2 unreleased games. but they are completed games. So the founder of the Video Game History Foundation, Frank Cifaldi, he's taking pledges right now of money to purchase them. I think they have over $4,000 raised right now as like a pledge that if they are to win the auction for these games, the people, you're pledging money, I will donate this money. If they don't win the auction, you don't have to donate it. I pledged money. If you are interested in preserving these Nintendo games, it's a really reputable organization, Video Game History Foundation.
Yes.
Kelsey Lewin, really awesome person. She is also one of the founders, or works, associated with them. Yeah. I thought that was cool. I like seeing things like that pop up. I didn't know that Rare developed this demo.
That is really cool to hear. I'm all for preserving as much of video game history or lore or whatever. Like this is like, creation. This is like part of history. It's interesting. I wonder how many people knew about this.
Yeah, I had never. Battlefields of Napoleon. Like what? Yeah.
That sounds like, a historical thing. Like you say, it's a Nintendo Power Glove game, or they're two separate things?
A game that was meant to be used with the Nintendo Power Glove.
Okay, and so Battlefields of Napoleon is one NES game, and then there was another game that was a...
Yeah, so this is two games that are on eBay. Yep.
Got it. So Battlefields of Napoleon is probably some like top down. I'm interested to see what this game looks like, actually.
Yeah, we don't know. Don't know. But, the Video Game History Foundation, like they would probably, dump the game, make the ROMs available.
They'll make the ROMs available.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be down
and,
for it.
Just really document this. And Kelsey's the director of the foundation. Cool. Reach out to Frank Cifaldi. They're still taking pledges. The Splatoon 3 amiibo that were announced before the game released got a release date, November 11th. Each of them unlock exclusive gear items. I got a pre-order for the one I wanted. I think you still might be able to get pre-orders.
Yeah, you got a pre-order. I did not. I'm not going to get them, probably.
Yeah, I really like the gear for the yellow inkling, so that's the one I'm getting. I
like the little fish. What's his name?
Yeah, Small Fry, little buddy.
Small Fry, yeah. That's cute. I like that. So cool.
This was also making headlines earlier. The former Nintendo playtester who was accusing Nintendo and their hiring agency of union busting. They'll be receiving a settlement payment. Nintendo of America will also post notices to employees that they do, in fact, have the right to form a union. So Nintendo, wrong at first, right? Making things right in the end. You love to see it.
This has been a long time coming. It's been going on for, I think, like since May or June or something like that. Going through the settlement. It's interesting to hear that they settled on something and the person got money off of this. I think they got
like $25,000 or something.
Yeah, they got $25,000. So that's interesting to hear. And I wonder.
I mean, settlements to me are always like a little bit sketchy, like because they're saying, okay, we're guilty of a lot more and we just don't want you to like speak about it. But I hope that they are serious about like, not union busting. Unions are good. Unions protect the worker.
I'm just wondering if Nintendo was so opposed to unions that they kind of pushed it a little too much. And this person was like, no way. A lot
of companies are like this. Yeah.
We have rights here in the US. Like, I'm going to go to court about this.
And if you fire someone over that, that's not right. That's messed up on. Now, it's not clear, at least I wasn't able to discern it, if it was more their hiring agency, which is like a kind of third party, or Nintendo of America themselves, but it's probably both.
It's both. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it. I know those
I
big
think
corporations don't want you to form a union, but
it just sets a
should form a
precedent.
union. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely sets a precedent, especially in Nintendo, that they're not like you can't be really like closing off or against union making here in the US. Like that's they have a right to do that if they go through the right trials and obstacles. They can do that. So interesting to hear though.
Yep.
That's how it ended.
Finally, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope will be releasing a week from today at the time of this recording, Friday, the 22nd. I expect reviews will be out a few days before that. I am not reviewing it, but I hope you enjoy it, Garrett.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I think they revealed a little bit too much here too.
Yeah.
They shown off a lot, and I'm like, okay. I don't think I even saw like the last 2 or 3 trailers. I'm like, I've had enough. I'm ready to go with this game. Mario plus Rabbids, the first one. I think I've said this over and over again on this podcast, but it's got to be one of my favorite tactical RPGs on the system.
I'm glad this game is getting a sequel. It deserves it. Yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I think it's going to do well.
And it's made by a studio in Ubisoft. That's this was their kind of like their first big game, and I'm glad they nailed it and hit it out of the park. And I can't wait to what Sparks of Hope is going to be like. From the gameplay, it's like it's going to be just more of what I saw in the first one, and even better. And even more.
I'm sorry, it's releasing the 21st on Thursday. It's an Ubisoft release, not a Nintendo release.
Oh yeah, 21st. Yes, 6 days. So I got it pre-ordered. I'm getting it from Best Buy. I will pick it up on Thursday from the store. Also, just to let you know, Rebecca, I did pre-order Fire Emblem Engage, the Divine
Edition. You got one?
I got one from Amazon.
Good. I am supportive of that.
I got the art cards. The poster looks so good. I just cannot wait for that one too.
I'm supportive of that decision.
So there you go.
That's it for the news. Let's run through some of these questions directly from you. Garrett, your buddy Andrew wrote in and wanted to know, Jeff Grubb mentioned on the podcast that he was on that Nintendo has a lot of nearly finished games ready to be released on the Switch. Do you think that says anything about either how much longer the current Switch is expected to be the primary Nintendo console, or if the pending successor will be backwards compatible? That is a good question.
I think it's a good question too. What do you think?
I mean, they've said time and time again about how this is the midpoint of the Switch's lifespan. They've said that so many times that like
this year, like
yeah.
But
like, I don't know. I feel like that can mean a lot of things, and we've talked at length about that. I think that both can be true because a successor can be backwards compatible but still be like in the Switch family of systems, right? Like the new 3DS was able to play 3DS games, right? It would be stupid if it didn't, because there were only 3 new 3DS games.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a little bit bigger than the new 3DS. That's what I'm thinking with the successor Switch. But yeah, keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possible. I think it would be kind of odd if they like put out this new system that's so much different. Like it's like the Switch 2. It's not just a revision, it's the next console. But they were releasing Wind Waker HD for the original Switch, like in a new console's life cycle. You know what I mean? That would be like if they were still releasing Wii U games in 2017.
Yeah, which they did with Breath of the Wild, but it
but
also
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I would be really surprised if the successor of the Switch is not backwards compatible. And what I
Me
mean
too.
by the successor, I mean like the next big system that Nintendo will push. Like,
not a revision.
Right. I think this is gonna be more Wii to Wii U rather than 3DS to new Nintendo 3DS.
I
It's
agree.
gonna be a bigger in terms of hardware, but it's gonna have that same It's so hard to like abandon the Switch library at this point. There's just so many. I understand that it's same thing with Wii U with Virtual Console or whatever, but I think
No, it's different.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I agree
The
with
Switch
you.
was a clean slate. You know, it was like, hey, this is our kind of resurgence. This is what we got. This is a Switch. It's a handheld and home console. Here are the games. And so now we have a lot of games on Switch, a lot of first party games on Switch. It's going to be very hard to abandon ship so quickly.
Which I know they have to eventually, but yeah,
Right.
I don't know. If they do have a lot of games that they're sitting on, and if like the next console is as big as we're saying, like I don't know, it takes effort to to change a game to work on completely different hardware. So if they have Wind Waker HD ready to go, I don't know. I mean, it's very possible that they could just never release. There are games that do that where they get developed and then not released and you never hear about it. It gets canceled, abandoned, never announced, never. I mean, happens all the time.
Yeah. At this point, I don't want to guess or predict when this new system's going to come out because I just don't know.
We don't have the energy for that anymore.
Well, Nintendo can ride this out. Like next year, like I'm thinking next year, they can still not announce any new system. They'll be fine. They'll be more than fine. They'll be successful next year too. I just thinking in my head with first party and third party games coming to the Switch, they'll be fine.
Do you think because Tears of the Kingdom is coming out in May, that means that they are not doing new hardware in 23?
Yeah, that's a good question. It would be very hard to convince someone to get the new system. Let's say fall, let's say winter next year. It would be very hard to convince someone to get one that time if there's not anything different with Tears of the Kingdom. If it's just the same thing, it's just like, why would I ever get this new system then?
Yeah,
because I have Legend of Zelda, the new
that was
one.
supposed to be the carrot, right? That was supposed to be what convinced people to upgrade.
That's what I was thinking. But like, I think the Nintendo fans, in my head, the Nintendo fans, they don't care much about graphics or frame rates as much as I do, or as like other tech savvy people do. Like, I would be thrilled. Like, oh, great. Yeah, smooth frame rates, upper graphics, awesome. I would love a new Switch. But like to an average consumer, they don't care. They won't.
But Garret, let me ask you this: May comes, you buy Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch.
Yeah.
July, August, they announce the Switch 2, where you can play you have to rebuy Tears of the Kingdom but it's so much better.
Not.
It's better performance. It's better. It looks nicer. It's 4K.
It's not gonna slip by those Nintendo fans. It's not.
That wouldn't be enough for you to upgrade?
No, absolutely not. If I played through the game once, like even with PlayStation, like you know those games that they kind of like upgrade or whatever, is like if I play through it the old version, I'm not gonna get the new version. The Last of Us is a very great example. I've played The Last of Us. I have The Last of Us, the 2013 or not 2013, the 2014 PS4, whatever. Version of it. I don't need the new one that came out this year. Like it doesn't, like I don't need to have that experience again. I have that experience, and that's that game. So yeah, I don't think it's coming out next year. More and more I'm saying it. I think it's gonna be an OLED version, like an OLED, a beautiful Tears of the Kingdom OLED version.
Don't say it.
It's gonna be. You're gonna buy it. And you're gonna love it. So you're gonna get a second OLED Switch before you're gonna get a new Switch too. Switch Pro. Just
Okay.
I'm calling it right here. Tears of
I
the
hope
Kingdom.
it's ugly.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I hope it looks horrible.
It's gonna glow too.
Oh, okay. Javier wants to know any Halloween memories you would like to share. Let's start with that one. He has 2 questions for us. Halloween memories.
Man, Halloween. That was a good
For
time.
gaming?
Well, no, just in general.
Or in
Halloween.
general?
Yeah, Halloween in general. I mean, when I was a kid, I was in the neighborhoods. I was in the suburbs in Dallas, Texas, in Frisco. Really enjoyed it. I just like hang out with other friends around the neighborhood, went to house, got my candy, went back home. And that's pretty much it. I had
my mom always made my costumes. She would like sew them.
Oh, that's so cute.
She did such an awesome job. Shout out to my mom.
Nice. Shout out to your mom. That's super nice. What kind of costumes are we talking here?
So when I was little, I
yes, of course.
really loved Beanie Babies. And so I picked a Beanie Baby that I wanted to dress up as. And I picked Pegasus or whatever. Yeah. And so she like bought this like jacket that was the same color and like sewed on the hood like a horn and
it's
like
so cute.
made like a mane out of it and got like matching sweatpants and like put like the what's like the fur that goes over their hooves. Like sewed all of that on it. And then like she made like a, you know how the Beanie Babies had those like heart tags with like TY on it? She like made one of those and sewed it on there.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That's a nice costume. I remember being Zorro at one Halloween. I remember being a karate, just in general karate kid.
That was big when we were growing up. Karate as like a Halloween costume.
That and karate as like an extra sport too.
Yeah.
I was super down with it. I was into it. Of course, I was like a Jedi like multiple times. No joke. Probably like 4 or 5 times.
I was Rapunzel one year because I had very long hair. My hair was down like to my butt when I was growing up. And so like that was an obvious costume one year.
Favorite Halloween candy? You got one? That's like
Kit Kats.
You like Kit Kats?
I love Kit Kats.
Cool. Any flavor that really gets you, or is it just original?
Just original.
Cool. Yeah. I like the Reese's, but they can get a little too heavy. Reese's is a lot of peanut butter. Dense.
I don't know what Reese's are, but I like Reese's.
What the hell did you just say? Reese's?
Javier also wants to know, is there a game you would never play because it's too scary?
In general with horror games, I like them. But they're so stressful. Like every time I try to play a horror game like Resident Evil, like Evil Within, or just other types of horror games, I don't want to go through it just because how stressed I am. I'd rather be relaxed when I play my video games.
I hear you.
So, I don't find a game too scary, actually. I find it more of a struggle just going through a horror game. It just adds so much stress in my head. I played PT. I actually went through beginning. You know what PT is? So that's the playable trailer. That's what it stands for. It was the Hideo Kojima designed demo for the new Silent Hills game that was going to come out when he was at Konami. It came out in summer 2014.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah, that's the only scary video game where I was like, oh my gosh, like I had chills going down through my body. He nailed it so much. Like he scared me. I of course you have to search online in order to go through the demo, so I did, but still like that game is I don't know how they did it, but that was pretty scary.
Okay. I respect it. I don't like scary games. I know I have played them on my stream. I wouldn't normally play them if I was just playing them by myself. I do really like creepy, dark, weird, bizarre things
Mm-hmm.
in games, but I don't like gore. I don't like excessive gore.
Okay.
I'll do it. I don't know. I don't like it. Some parts of The Walking Dead were too much for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the
I don't
show?
like. No. The game, the
The
Telltale Walking
game?
Dead,
Really?
where
You think?
like he
Oh,
like
okay.
saws his leg off. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like that one part in Until Dawn where the blade was coming and
Yeah.
like
I remember that.
like I didn't like that. I don't like in The Last of Us the one move when you're killing a zombie and he stomps on their heads.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
You just don't like very gory stuff.
I don't like extreme gore. No.
I don't. Yeah, I get that.
I'll get through it for a good game, but it's not even that it's scary. I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's just for me, like when I'm in a game and they're like, "Oh, you only have a flashlight. Oh, you can just only look around," and I'm like, "You really? Like, I can't
Jump
do
scares
anything?
can be cheap unless they're done well.
Like, I can't do it. It's just it
Yeah.
feels like an uphill battle when I play
Yeah.
those games. But yeah. Anyways,
G-Man wants to know, what is one thing you fear and why do you fear it?
what is the one thing I fear? Actually, heights is like
Really?
one of the top things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, heights. I cannot deal with it. Like, I like flights are okay. I have to sometimes when turbulence hits, I have to like hold like my seat. Like I'm like, I got to make sure I'm stable. If I ever feel like I'm falling down, that's a big no. I cannot like I cannot do skydiving. I cannot do rock climbing. I cannot do like even bungee jumping or anything like that. Like I
None of
cannot
those
do.
skywalks where you have to walk
No.
across the clear bridge.
Absolutely not. I cannot do that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Going up the
Sorry.
Eiffel Tower is fine because there's a platform below me, and then so it's okay.
So if you feel secure, you're okay.
Yes. Yeah.
My
Like roller
dad's the
coasters
same
are
way.
fine.
Yeah, my dad's the same way.
But if I ever feel like I am about to fall down in any capacity, I am pretty scared.
Heights usually don't bother me. Sometimes I get a little bit of vertigo, which freaks me out, but no, heights aren't really a problem. Anything with more than 6 legs. It's too many legs.
That's
Way too many legs. Yeah. You don't need that many legs.
So
why
spiders.
do you need that many?
No, I don't know.
Many.
I don't know why they need
too fast.
10,
if it moves,
20.
No. Don't need them. He also wants to know: are you gonna have a belly bolt on your team?
No, I'm not. Looks.
I don't think I will.
I'm sorry, but belly bolt kind of looks stupid. It's just.
I don't dislike him.
Okay.
But I think there's going to be better water. He's not a water type. Electric types.
So is he confirmed only electric type? Like
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he gets leak alert. I think he gets a pre-evolution. But that'll probably also be electric.
Yeah. It kind of could be a water electric type, but yeah.
I know. I think that way because he's frog, and like all the frog Pokemon so far are part water type. So it's kind of weird that he's not, but
wait, hold on, I'm thinking Krogunk.
Oh, he's not water type.
He's poison. He's poison fighting.
Yeah, I always think he's water type because he's a frog, and should be.
I love that. I love that Pokemon so much.
Yeah, bothers me. Garret, G-Man wants to know your thoughts on the latest Sonic Frontiers trailer. I think the fact that we didn't talk about it speaks volumes.
Listen, G-Man, there is no real estate in my mind that is associated with that piece of garbage. Sorry, this blue piece of garbage. I am tired of hearing of this.
You have to tune into
Sonic
the Sega
Frontier.
Shack for that one.
Oh my gosh.
John 32 wants to know, do you think at this point we should label Mario Rabbids a spiritual successor to Mario RPG? John, I thought this question was odd because those games are nothing alike, and no, I would not label it as a spiritual successor. One's an RPG and one's a strategy tactical game.
Well, yeah, okay. So the only similarities is RPG, and that's it. And RPG is a very broad term. You are absolutely right.
Would you call Mario Rabbids an RPG?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Why?
We're about to discuss it over in the RPG cave, actually. It's a tactical RPG because you have characters. They're your own characters. They level up. They have their skills. A lot. I mean, Triangle Strategy is a tactical RPG, right? So they go through a story. I don't know what else defines an RPG other than
Mario and Luigi is the spiritual successor to Mario
that's
RPG.
Correct. That's I don't think Mario and Luigi games. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think Mario Rabbids is very close to it at all.
No, they're not related in whatsoever. Like, I'm sure the team at Mario plus Rabbids, I'm sure some have played Super Mario RPG because they're gamers, but that's pretty much it. There's no inspiration.
Gamers.
The super gamers.
Real gamers have played Super Mario RPG.
Yeah. the one game that's not on Nintendo Switch Online. Who would have thought?
John, I'm really sorry. I don't think Gino's ever coming back.
Yeah, Gino's not existing anymore. Sorry. It'll be in Super Smash Brothers forever.
Not as a fighter.
Not as a fighter, but a spirit.
He's here in
That's
spirit.
what he is now. He's a spirit.
Kyle the Plug wants to know, was there ever a Pokemon that you did not like before, but then started to become attached to that Pokemon that you didn't like because of how cool or cute it looked years later?
There's a lot
I've had the opposite happen
out there. Oh, really? That you thought Pokemon was cool and now you don't like it anymore?
Yes, because of the change from sprites to 3D models ruined Pokemon. Typhlosion ruined.
Yeah, he looks stupid now.
He looks like so dumb now.
Big gerbil. He's just an oversized gerbil now. He looked so cool.
I'm trying to think if there's one that I did not like. Huh?
Oh, what I didn't like was Dunsparce. He's a stupid Pokemon. I don't know if I still don't like him, actually. So this doesn't.
Well, then that doesn't answer the question. We need one that we did not like, but there's some that I have become more fond of over the years, because I used it in a playthrough, but I can't think of any that I actively disliked and then liked.
Yeah, I think all the Pokemon that actively dislike still actively dislike. Like Mr. Mime, the stupid Pokemon I can't even handle. I like the little one, but not Mr. Mime. Let's see here. Yeah, wait, there's that one. Oh man, I can't come up with the name. It's the it's gonna drive me nuts now. I think it's the fairy dragon Pokemon. He's oversized. I forgot which gym. I think it's like X and Y maybe. Anyways. I think he's much more powerful than I thought.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm sorry, Kyle. I did not.
Yeah, I can't think of any either. Goose Days 99 wants to know, what do you think is the deeper meaning behind the box art for the Super Nintendo game Phalanx? For those who are Phalanx. For those who are unaware, it's a side-scrolling shooter, but it has space shooter. But it has a photo of an old man playing a banjo with a long white beard playing a banjo.
I love this so much.
This is consistently on the list for worst box art of all time. It has nothing to do with the game at all. I think it is supposed to draw attention to it and make you wonder, what is this game about? But I don't know. What do you think is oh, there it is. Yep.
There he is. The old man with so what's this game about again?
It's not about an old man playing a banjo. If you actually look at the game itself, it's a side-scrolling shooter set. I don't know if it's set in space. I could be wrong. I don't think it's space, but
it says in space. The hyperspeed shootout in space.
Okay,
and it's just, and the old man's kind of looking at you, like, "Are you ready to go?"
Like, maybe what if he's the pilot of the aircraft that you're playing in?
That's a good story. Like, you know, old banjo man decided to grab a spaceship and go out in outer space and start shooting things. I think I wonder what the music's like in this game. Is it like banjo like?
No,
I'm wondering. He's looking at you like he's prepared. Like he's prepared to play his banjo. So as you play along, he's gonna tear.
I like his hat.
I do like his hat too. I wonder how much he got paid for this.
Do you think he's? I have such a morbid question.
He's not a lot. I like he looks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're so bad.
I mean, he's got to be like in his late 70s in that picture, right?
Dude, it's been like 30 years. Like it's
He's pushing 80 in that picture.
He's pushing 80.
It's been 30 years. He's no longer.
Yeah.
Do you think he has kids that know what
he's
on this box?
I'm sure he has grandchildren. I wonder if this man ever told his family.
I want to know his name.
I want to know if he kind of like, did he know what he was up to? What he was
like
gonna
this
do?
it could have just been like, you know, a stock photo, or like we need somebody for a project where I don't know.
There was so many weird box art at the time. And you know what? If I was going through a game store, this would catch my eye.
But would you buy it?
I don't know. Like I would look at it.
You would look, yeah, you would.
I would actually look and see what this game's about. And when I think it's a space shooter, I'd be like, why is there a banjo man on this cover art?
Okay, I've got some intel after Googling.
Good. Well, what do you got?
So I'm going to read the description of what the two men behind the iconic cover have to say about it. My ad agency had the Kemco account. Our task was to develop packaging and marketing materials for over 40 titles. Kemco would typically buy their games from third-party developers in Japan. Some were good and some were not good. Weaker games needed more help graphically to get them to stand out on the retail shelf. We wanted people to pick up the packaging, get engaged with the story, and buy the damn game. The package was also used to help Kemco sell the game to retailers, so it had to make the buyers think the game would sell at their stores like Walmart, etc. Most of the games back then were in a look-alike category. Same genre, same kind of graphics, nothing to differentiate them from each other. Keith was not a gamer, so Keith is one of the people behind the cover. And in fact, none of us were in our agency. But Keith was a brilliant idea guy and always was. We knew the game didn't have a lot to offer, but that we wanted to make the package arresting. Keith called this kind of thing the heavy haw factor. If we couldn't do anything else, we'd try to get the potential purchaser to stare at the package and try to figure out what just happened. Today, it might be called a what the F moment. So Keith could have done some predictable spaceship shooting bullshit that would have been like every other game out there, or he could create a story that would make people stop and think about it. And I guess it's proof that it was a good idea because people are still thinking about it. Phalanx was a very average game with an unexpected cover design. It needed a great, weird idea to stand out from the crowd. And we have some intel on the man. The guy on the cover, his name was Bertil Valley. He passed away in 2004.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Bertil.
I was 10. Yeah.
Me too. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That's the saga for you.
That is heavy.
Man, marketing, man. Especially for SNES and NES. Like, Well, the box art was the advertisement, right? Like you go to the game store, that's it. It's not a YouTube video. It's not gameplay. It's the box art. So
that's how it was back then. Yep. And that actually makes sense. I've always kind of wondered why games from that era like didn't have the like what you would see in the game. Like it looked nothing like what the game would look like. Yeah. And that's why, because they all looked the same back then.
There was another one that Ryan mentioned. I just forgot the name of the game, but it's like if you look at the cover of the box art, it's like an NES game. It was from the early 90s, but it's the most 80s looking woman with a lion right in front, and it has nothing to do with the game at all. I was just like,
that's so funny.
It's so weird.
I think I know what one you're talking about. I can't think of the name. Finally, Smoke and Joe wants to know, what is your favorite Pokemon game and why?
It's a Pokemon Emerald.
Emerald. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's because I played that the most when I was a kid. Most memorable. It's the best version out of the 3rd gen. It's my favorite gen. I like the secret base. I like decorating, and that's why I like the remake of it too on the 3DS. I love the Pokemon on it. A lot of water. I love water. So there you go.
It wasn't even that much water. Like,
yeah,
it's just the end.
It's just water. Slightly. Yeah, it's like the last, I don't know, 10-ish hours of the game. Anyways.
Not even.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, it's the 7th. It's the 7th and 8th gym plus Elite Four.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
They got dive. They got waterfall. They got a lot of HMs going on.
You go underwater in the game.
I love the underwater
it was cool.
part of it too. Yeah.
I don't know. I really have a soft spot for Gen 2. So like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the remakes are obviously better. But I also really liked Gen 6 and the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I played Omega Ruby. I didn't like Ruby and Sapphire as much as a kid because I felt like that was like kind of when I was starting to age out a little bit, and that was the last game I played for a while. And then I revisited it when the remake came out, and that game's special. So
that game is really. I played
the music
over
is 100
so hours of ORAS. Yeah, Omega Ruby.
So I feel like I got more appreciation for that one as an adult.
Yeah, I get that.
So good. That is going to do it for this week. Oh my gosh.
One more thing. Yarden asked me the impressions of the Mario trailer.
Oh yeah, because we didn't hear your thoughts last week. Let's hear it.
I mean, it looks fine. It looks good, right?
That's it.
I mean, I don't know. I thought Chris Pratt was just Chris Pratt voice. Like, of course we haven't imagined his voice in a Mario character ever before. Well, he
was hyping this up. He kept saying, "Oh, you guys, I've been practicing my Mario voice. This is going to be like nothing you've ever heard of."
But of course, everyone knows the savior of that trailer is Jack Black.
And Bowser. I'm glad that you said it. I'm glad.
I really, it was super cute in the beginning. I love the fighting between Bowser and the Koopas and the penguins. Poor penguins. Do you yield? And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, no, I'm very interested in this movie. I'm not like overly excited. Mario for me is just like whatever. Like it's not my favorite franchise. I like some of the games. I think they're fun. It's just not my seminal franchise I shape around. So this movie's gonna be cute.
We're a bad Nintendo podcast for saying that about Mario.
Yeah, we literally have a Mario background going on. We need like a different.
we need some rebranding.
Donnie, get to it. Can we hire someone? It's
gonna be Fire Emblem and Earthbound themed.
It's literally gonna be split in half, and mine's gonna be all like Fire Emblem, anime, engaged stuff, and then yours is gonna be Legend of Zelda / Earthbound. It's gonna be
and Splatoon.
I want all that blended together. Yeah, get some Splatoon in there.
We don't have any Splatoon in our intro. It's messed up.
We need to change that. Yeah. We need to spruce this up. But it seems like a lot of work.
We'll get Donnie to do it.
He'll hire someone, right? Like we got. Well, we don't have Patreon money anymore, so I don't know where we'll get that from.
All right, that's gonna do it, Koopalings. We're glad to have you back, Garret. We had some good guests, but I missed podcasting with you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So
it looked like you had some good guests.
So. Yeah, it was good. Good times. So we will we'll be back next week with your first impressions of Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We'll have reviews. Garret will probably have played at least 20 hours of it by the time we podcast. And
20-ish, yeah.
20-ish. And we will catch you next time. Good night, Koopalings.
Bye-bye.